Right now, state officials continue to investigate a crash that left 2 dead this morning. New audio reveals more of what happened.
And Madison will be the largest school district in the nation to adopt a goal of 100% clean energy by the year 2040. How students played a role.
To me, it's worth it. To me, it's absolutely worth it.
If you've ever driven by this crossing guard, then you know how a simple wave hello can do something good for your heart and soul.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 10.
Thanks for joining us tonight. The state's Department of Justice is investigating a crash in Columbia County that left 2 people dead.
Authorities say they believe the incident is related to an attempted kidnapping in central Wisconsin. Rose Schmidt has been following the story for us and is here now with those details. Rose?
Yes, well, new audio is revealing what happened this morning as the DOJ's Division of Criminal Investigation is looking into what it's calling officer-involved deaths. The Wisconsin Department of Justice says this all started after officers were trying to locate a car involved in a kidnapping investigation in Marathon County. Before 8 a.m., deputies first spotted the suspect's vehicle just north of Portage, near mile marker 94 on I-39, according to the Portage Daily Register.
A black-colored Nissan go by me at the 94 southbound at a high rate of speed.
We know that car traveled southbound, and a witness described the car as zooming past him. The Portage paper reports that the car was weaving in and out of traffic, and deputies requested assistance after they couldn't catch up with it, as the driver sped past officers at well over 100 miles per hour.
Well over 100.
State Patrol troopers deployed a stop strip.
State has spikes out.
The paper reports as the car reached a bridge over the Baraboo River, it crashed into the back of a semi-trailer.
1050 at Baraboo River, 1050.
DOJ says the driver and passenger were pronounced dead at the scene. Minutes later, authorities called for the southbound lanes of I-39 to be shut down.
321, start fire, we have smoke. We're going to shut down the interstate, both lanes southbound.
And they were closed for several hours. The Department of Justice's investigators will continue collecting evidence, and then they will turn the case over to the Columbia County DA's office. I spoke with multiple agencies on the phone about this today, and they all referred me to DOJ, but a spokesperson said she could not give me any additional information.
Rose, thank you. Governor Evers has ordered all flags in Dane County be flown at half-staff this Thursday in honor of a Middleton police officer. Officer Katie Barrios had been fighting glioblastoma. It's a malignant form of brain cancer since January 2017. The order goes into effect at sunrise and ends at sunset Thursday, which is the day of her funeral. The governor today has also appointed 3 new UW system regents. Evers announced this afternoon that he has appointed Karen Walsh of Madison, Edmund Manydeeds III of Eau Claire, and Olivia Woodmansey, a UW lacrosse student, to the board. They will replace the current regents when their terms end at the end of May. And tomorrow, Governor Evers will also sign his first bill into law, banning the term mental retardation from state agency rules and regulations. The bill passed with bipartisan support and has been one of the few things the governor and the Republican-controlled legislature have been able to agree on so far.
Search crews are still looking for a missing boater after their boat collapsed this morning in Marinette. 2 fishermen were in that boat on the Menominee River when it sunk around 10:30. The 21-year-old man was quickly pulled out and is already out of the hospital, but his uncle in his late 50s is still missing. If searches turn up empty tonight, they will resume tomorrow. The woman accused of starting a fatal house fire in Montello last weekend made her first court appearance this afternoon. 42-year-old Frances Rittman appearing via video conference from the jail. She is being charged with killing her ex-boyfriend, 43-year-old Daniel Gilmartin, facing charges of first-degree intentional homicide and 2 counts of arson. Firefighters found his body inside the home after the fire was put out last Saturday. Today's appearance was supposed to be a bond hearing, but Rittman's attorney asked for it to be pushed back to tomorrow so she can appear in court in person.
The Madison School Board has adopted a new plan tonight, a resolution for the district to use 100% renewable energy by 2040. 2 months ago, students started circulating a petition calling for the board to implement a plan. In order to use entirely renewable energy, changes are needed in some school facilities, which could be brought to referendum next year. They also must find renewable energy sources. MMSD is now the largest school district in the nation to adopt this kind of goal. It's also the first in Wisconsin. And for the first time ever, the renewable energy sector is projected to generate more electricity than coal during the month of April. That is according to a recent report published by the Institute for Energy Economics and Financial Analysis. Coal, which had long been the king of the power sector, has already been dethroned by natural gas. Now coal is facing intensifying pressure from wind and solar power.
Turning things over to weather now, Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti joining us now. A look at our first alert forecast. Gary?
After a cloudy, gloomy day today, we'll have another cloudy, gloomy day tomorrow with some rain. Let's start out by taking a look at weather track. The rain showers from this morning have moved off to the east, but more showers are now developing out to the west. We had a little bit of clearing this evening, but those skies are turning cloudy. We also may see some areas of fog. Notice visibility in Janesville now down to a quarter of a mile. As temperatures start cooling off and the temperatures get closer to the dew point, we'll see those the areas of fog start to increase. High temperatures today made it up into the lower 50s late this afternoon and early this evening. We had 52 for a high in Madison, whereas areas to the east of town really didn't get out of the 40s thanks to the clearing arriving after sunset. Current temperatures now are in the upper 30s and lower 40s over east central Wisconsin. Madison is in the mid 40s, but with the cloud cover coming in from the west, temperatures are in the mid to upper 40s farther out to the west. By tomorrow morning, we'll be down to around 40 degrees with areas of fog, perhaps a sprinkle or two of rain, but better chances for showers to develop during the day tomorrow. Might even see an afternoon thunderstorm with a high 54. That's your News 3 Now First Alert forecast.
Gary, thank you. New tonight, the Deputy Attorney General, Rod Rosenstein, is set to resign effective now in less than 2 weeks. He submitted his resignation letter to the White House today. That departure had been expected since the confirmation of William Barr as Attorney General. Rosenstein intended to leave in mid-March, but stayed on a little longer for the completion of Special Counsel Robert Mueller's Russia investigation.
Former Vice President Joe Biden made his first official campaign appearance today, laying out his vision for rebuilding the middle class.
There are three basic reasons why I'm running for President of the United States. The first is to restore the soul of the nation, and the second is to rebuild the backbone of this nation. And the third is to unify this nation. We always do better when we act as one America.
Before the event, Biden got a big endorsement from the International Association of Firefighters Union. President Trump tweeted soon after the announcement saying, quote, "I'll never get the support of dues crazy union leadership, but the members love Trump." The president today welcomed members of the Baylor Lady Bears to the White House after winning the 2019 NCAA Women's Tournament. The Lady Bears have won 3 championships in all, but this is their first since 2012. And this is the president's first time inviting a women's team to the White House on their own.
Michael Avenatti has pleaded not guilty to all charges during his arraignment this morning at a federal courthouse in California. Avenatti, who became well known for representing Stormy Daniels in her legal battles against the president, is accused of stealing millions of dollars from clients, cheating on his taxes, and lying to investigators. His trial is expected to start June 25th. 3 people were killed when a tour helicopter spun out of control and crashed nose first on a roadway on the east coast of Oahu near Kailua. The helicopter burst into flames, produced a shocking scene for drivers and nearby residents who rushed to the site. Some bystanders pulled out garden hoses to try to put out the fire. The circumstances of that crash are still unknown. The man behind movies like Boys in the Hood and Poetic Justice died today. Director John Singleton passed away in a Los Angeles hospital. He had been in a coma since suffering a stroke last week. His family released a statement on his death saying he was surrounded by family and friends. He was the first African-American nominated for an Academy Award for Best Director back in 1991. John Singleton, 51 years old.
The country's worst measles outbreak in 25 years continues to spread, growing by 78 new cases just today. More than 70% of the 704 measles infections are in people who are not vaccinated. The Center for Disease Control is blaming anti-vaccination groups, saying the outbreaks in states like New York have been fueled by myths and misinformation, leading people to not get vaccinated. Wisconsin is home to one of the biggest tick populations in the country. And as we start to get into peak tick season, the risk of Lyme disease increases. Lyme disease is commonly transmitted by deer ticks, and we are already seeing a rise in those in our area. For people affected by the disease, the effects can last years after that initial bite.
I'm doing great, but it's taken 4.5 years of treatment. And I literally went from I want to die to I have my brain back.
UW-Madison entomologist Susan Paskowitz says the effects can include heart issues, neurological symptoms, and migrating joint pain, which can be stopped with early treatment. Symptoms like the characteristic bullseye type mark and flu-like symptoms can be some of the earlier signs of the disease. Still ahead tonight, every morning he stands ready to serve a busy Madison intersection.
We'll meet the crossing guard doing something good with 2 simple words. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Good morning. Luckily, I've had 6 great years of doing everything right.
He's a fixture of sorts in Madison, helping people get to where they need to go, and at the same time, sharing his energy and excitement for the day ahead with anyone he sees. He's proving you don't have to do much to do something good. It's another early day at the office for Bobby Ringquist. This is his office, where Glenway and Monroe Streets meet in Madison. Bobby is the crossing guard here.
You may cross, sir. When I took this job 6 years ago, I didn't realize that it would be like this. You may cross. See you tomorrow. Bye.
But he does a lot more than making sure people get to the other side of the street safely. For these commuters, he's like their morning cup of coffee, making sure everyone starts their day off right by infusing power into 2 simple words.
Good morning.
Something as simple as,
well, good morning,
has brought this intersection and people here to life.
Because I know sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I don't even want to be around me. I just wake up in a bad mood. But, you know, if it helps someone get out of their bad mood, going to school or work, I'm all for it. Good morning, boss.
You'd never guess it, but Bobby says he's a shy person. But that has undoubtedly changed.
I remember I used to not be an early person, but this job also grew me into that. Good morning!
Delivering those words with sincerity, kindness, and authenticity. It comes as no surprise to see the relationships he's made with those who drive by.
I generally know people by their cars and part of their license plates, so a couple of them have crossed me up by getting new vehicles.
Or walk on 2 or 4 legs.
Thank you, have a great day. There's an element of trust because to them, I am a complete stranger, except when I stand here. But for some reason, they feel I can trust this guy.
It's the little things that can make a big difference, even for Bobby.
It amazes me every day. No matter how long I do this job, every day I am still amazed. And I am very honored. Morning, Bob. Good morning, Kyle.
Honored to help anyone start the day off right, like a cup of coffee, whether you enjoy an early morning start or not.
It just makes me feel good as a person. It tells me I'm doing something good and that I'm doing something right. Good morning. Have a great day.
Isn't it amazing what a simple, well-intentioned hello or good morning can do? Bobby, thank you for doing something good. If you know of a person, business, or organization doing something good, please let me know. Fill out a nomination at channel3000.com/do-something-good.
Gary joins us now, and we need a little more sunshine in Bobby's life. He's bringing it to others.
I could have used Bobby for a couple of days.
It's been a dreary stretch.
Yeah, but at least now we're dealing with rain and not snow. And we're also with the cooler temperatures, it also keeps us, at least for the time being, away from severe weather. And of course, you want to be prepared when it comes to severe weather. We have our NOAA Weather Radio promotion going with Midland Weather Radios. This year, our partners are Hy-Vee and Mills Fleet Farm. And you can buy the either desktop or the portable radios. Those are the ones that give you the alerts directly from the National Weather Service. The second they come out, they can be programmed for just your county, so you're not awakened for storms that are many miles away in the middle of the night. And for every radio that's sold, we'll make a donation to the Southwest Wisconsin region of the American Red Cross. And we're going to have a weather radio programming on Wednesday. This will be at the Hy-Vee 2920 Fitch-Roden Road in Fitchburg. That's on County Highway PD, just to the west of Verona Road. All the construction there, US 18151. And we'll be programming radios from 5 until 7, so you can buy your radio right there. We'll program it for you, and you'll take it home and be ready to go. Now, tonight, things very quiet across our part of the Midwest. There are a few light sprinkles already starting to show up out to the west as clouds move back in. This morning's rain has moved off to the east. There will be some thunderstorms over the next couple of days, but the severe weather threat will stay down to our south. Storm Prediction Center severe weather outlook for tomorrow does have a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms about as far north as I-80 in northern Illinois. And on Wednesday, that threat goes basically from Chicago southward with higher severe weather threats farther to the south. But again, the cool temperatures around here will keep our storms from becoming severe. As we take a look at the live view from the Edgewater Skycam in downtown Madison, we had a little bit of clearing late this evening, and those clouds are starting to roll back in. This morning's low is 40 degrees. The high temperature made it up to 52. Right now, we're sitting at 44 degrees, but notice the humidity at 96%. The skies are becoming cloudy, and some areas of fog are forming. With the light winds and all the moisture from the rain this morning, as the temperatures cool off, we're starting to see those areas of fog form. These are the high temperatures today. Northeastern Wisconsin didn't get out of the 40s. There was a little bit of sunshine late in the afternoon. Long temperatures to get in the upper 50s over southwestern Wisconsin. Now temperatures range from the upper 30s to around 40 in the northeastern half of the state. Still around 50 in La Crosse, and temperatures mid-40s here. Will probably drop a few more degrees, but the clouds will keep temperatures from getting much lower than that. An active weather pattern continues to go on. We have a strong jet stream almost right over us. That's blown the showers from this morning all the way into parts of New York and Pennsylvania, but that means the next weather system in the southwestern part of the country will head northeastward pretty rapidly. And again, we're already seeing the showers starting to develop over parts of western Iowa. Tomorrow we'll see some showers and a few thunderstorms as this whole storm system heads in our direction. Cold front has come through but is becoming stationary to the south. An area of low pressure over Colorado will move eastward, and that's what will bring the precipitation back. And there's a little bit of a temperature contrast. 60s over the southern part of the Midwest and 30s up to the north, and that will fuel some showers and thunderstorms for tomorrow. On Future Track, you can see see those moving in by tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. Our forecast calls for skies to be mostly cloudy overnight. Look for some areas of fog to form. Low temperature dropping to 40 degrees tomorrow. Another cloudy day, but we'll see some showers, perhaps even a couple of thunderstorms in the afternoon with a high temperature of 54. On future track, the clouds thicken up tonight. Already showers may be arriving by tomorrow morning. We'll see some showers, perhaps a few thunderstorms during the afternoon, evening, and overnight hours tomorrow and into Wednesday as well. Some of these thunderstorms could bring some brief heavy downpours, but again, severe weather not expected. Rainfall amounts, though, according to the latest computer models, and this is all the way through Friday morning, including tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, could be about an inch or two. But as we take a look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, once we get rid of the rain, then the temperatures can start going back up, getting some sunshine in here. Lower 60s Friday, mid 60s Saturday, some thunderstorm chances Sunday, and then off and on next week. But next week will be more spring-like with high temperatures, mainly in the mid to upper 60s.
Now we just have to hang on to this.
We need Bobby.
Yeah.
I think we need Bobby.
You know what? I've got a connection.
Okay.
I'll help us out with that.
That'll work.
Thank you.
Sure.
Just ahead, the Brewers have been waiting all season long for it. It finally arrived tonight. The story from Miller Park just ahead.
The Brewers are back home the next week and a half, but their biggest drawing card isn't available for the series opener against the Colorado Rockies. Christian Yelich left yesterday's game in New York with lower back discomfort. Manager Craig Counsell says Yelich should avoid the injured list, but may not be in there for a day or two at least. Against the Rockies tonight, Jesus Aguilar, who was an all-star last year, this year he hadn't hit a homer yet. Well, that changed tonight. This is a 3-run shot in the first inning. Later in the third, he had another solo homer, 4 RBI tonight. He had 5 the whole year coming in, and it's all love and joy in the dugout. Final score, Brewers 5, Rockies 1. Cubs off tonight. They're in Seattle tomorrow. 4 Wisconsin Badgers were selected in the NFL draft, and 5 others will get a chance with free agent deals. The first Badger off the board was offensive lineman Michael Dieter, who went in the 3rd round of the Miami Dolphins. Dieter is part of a rebuild of the Dolphins' offensive line, but he's just glad the whole drafting process is over.
It was unreal. It was exciting, but it just felt like a big weight was taken off my shoulders. It was a really stressful day, just waiting to get a phone call. And then, like I've been saying all along, it was kind of that switch where I can get back into football. The process has kind of come to an end, and now it's play football again. Be as a good football player as you can be, and not as good an interviewer as you can be, which to me I was excited about.
The Packers have given uniform numbers that are recent draft choices. The most noticeable assignment, 52 to Rashawn Gary. The former number 52, Clay Matthews, tweeted, "The body's not even cold yet, LOL." Jordy Nelson's old number 87 is back in service. Tight end Jay Sternberger gets that. Game 2 of the Bucks-Celtics series feels like it's really important for the Bucks to win it and even the series. If the Bucks are going to win, you'd figure Giannis Antetokounmpo would have to have a better game than he did yesterday. Now, he did have 22 points, but he was only 7 of 21 from the field, and Al Horford blocked him 3 times. You have to figure Giannis and the entire Bucks team will play better tomorrow.
I'm going to be me. I'm going to be Giannis. I'm going to try to be aggressive, try to maybe play and try to win games. That's all I can do. That's the only thing you can control is your effort. So we're going to go out there and compete as hard as we can, put some effort and energy into it. And I don't promise you we're going to win the game, but I promise you we're going to play hard.
So game 2 is tomorrow night at 7 in Milwaukee. Melissa Kim will have a live report for us tomorrow night at 6. Then the series goes back to Boston for game 3 Friday night, game 4 in Boston a week from tonight. The Bucks hope there is a game 5, which would be in Milwaukee a week from Wednesday, May 8th. The new pro soccer team forward in Madison FC is a new signee. The team's mascot will be an 11-week-old dairy calf. Not see what position she plays? Calf back. Management says it'll move the club in the right direction. They want to milk this for all it's worth, even if it's cheesy. She doesn't have a name yet, but fans can submit their ideas. And we'll be right back.
There are 2
Gary is back. Final check of the forecast tonight. Hoping to maybe eventually get out of the doldrums around here.
Got to wait a couple more days. We're already seeing the next batch of showers across western Iowa. Those will be here by morning, so nothing imminent, but the fog's starting to thicken up down to a quarter-mile visibility in Janesville right now, so it'll be spotty, but it'll be thick in some spots by morning. Temperatures right now, 30s north and east of Madison, generally 40s from Madison on toward the south and west. Temperatures in the 50s the next few days with showers and thunderstorms. Once we get rid of the rain, the temperatures go back up into the 60s for Friday and Saturday. Off and on thunderstorm chances next week, but also milder weather and a couple of dry days as well.
All right, Gary, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us tonight for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Now.